There, I'm Felicia, co-owner and co-founder at Compass Land USA. Today we are going to get a bunch of your Colorado land buying questions answered. So someone on my team pointed out that a lot of really great questions get asked in our YouTube comments, and how great it would be if I could do a video series to answer the questions. Clearly she is a lot smarter than I am, so I'm going to take her advice and we're going to do just that. So if you have questions for us about one of our videos, just make sure you leave a comment. I want to keep this Q&A series going. So first up, a comment from Jake asking, do you have any counties you recommend where you can buy residential and commercial without insane property taxes? Okay, so Jake, I've got something special for you actually. Well, two things. So the first one is a website called propertytax101.org. This website is an awesome free resource for you to use to gauge the average property taxes by state. So Jake, since you left this comment on a Colorado video of ours, let's look specifically at Colorado. So I'll click on that. Actually, I think I have it open. Yeah. So Colorado, you can see the average, and actually one important note is this includes housing. It's like all property taxes. Okay, so looking at the colored hues on this little chart here, or this image, red hue, higher property taxes, higher numbers, right? So you can look at it from a county level in that way. And it includes, again, vacant land, housing, it's all property taxes. So if you're looking only at vacant land, you can expect it to be much less than the average value for that county. If you're looking at a house or commercial, it might be a little higher than the average tax value. So you can use this map to find different counties that you're interested in investing in, or you can scroll down the page here to see the average values listed out by that county. So by all the counties in Colorado, they have the median property taxes listed here. So Jake, the second thing for you is another website called smartasset.com. This is another website that will show you the property taxes by county in Colorado. So if you scroll down the page here, you'll see this table. Keep scrolling. This table here, and this is great because it's got the effective tax rate, and the effective tax rate is the amount that you actually pay each year divided by the value of the property. So for example, if the effective tax rate for your county is, let's say 0.55, you're looking at Baca County, so your property is valued at 20 grand, let's say, you're paying 0.55% of that 20 grand. So you're paying $1,000 in property taxes each year. So that's just an example for calculating the effective tax rate. And that tax rate could change every year as well. It does normally change every 5 years, and I think that varies by state. I think it's the same for property valuation as well. I seem to recall in Colorado, property is valued in 2-year cycles, but I'm not 100% certain on that. So Jake, you can use either of those resources to take a look at the lowest tax rates by county in Colorado and start your search from there. Taking a quick look at this chart, it kind of looks like, if I scan, Jackson and Gilpin might be the lowest, 0.23%, just from a quick scan of the chart. But hopefully this helps you with your land search. So moving on to question number 2. Skyjin left this comment on one of our property tour videos, but can you collect your own rainwater? Believe it or not, it's actually illegal in some states and areas to collect rainwater. which can sound kind of crazy, but it's the truth. Colorado used to have a state ban against residential rain barrels. They overturned that in, I think it was 2016. I believe it was a couple of years ago anyway. It's important to note that this isn't the same as water rights. Collecting rain water in barrels does not constitute a water right. I think for residential areas, you can use up to 2 rain barrels with a limit of 110 gallons. You're not supposed to use water for drinking or other indoor uses. It's supposed to be for outdoor uses only. So Skyjin, to answer your question, yes, you can collect rainwater and you can do up to 110 gallons at a time. So question number 3, let's go to the next one. Macabretta, awesome. Macabretta asked, hello, do all of your properties that you sell have a list of the rights, or do we still use a title company? Thanks. Okay, Mac, so when you ask this, what comes to my mind in terms of rights is water rights, mineral rights, timber rights. Yeah, those are the big 3. Now, generally, our properties do not come with any of these rights. In fact, for most properties, we assume that they don't have these rights. These rights can be really messy and hard to figure out if they're still with the property or not. You often have to trace back like 150, at least 100 years. And most oftentimes, those rights are not transferred with the property. Mineral and water rights in Colorado, very unlikely they're with the property. If they are, that property will probably be incredibly expensive. Timber rights are also unlikely, but this one's more of a hit or miss. We do not guarantee the presence or absence of these rights with any of our properties. So Mac, let's say as an example, you purchase a property from us and we do end up closing through title. You could ask the title company at that time to perform a mineral rights search and a water rights search. They would be able to tell you with certainty at the time of closing whether or not the property has the rights that you're wondering about. So the short answer to your question is no, our properties do not have a list of rights included. We do list, I'll show as an example really quick. We have a details section on every listing on our website, and this, we try to be as transparent as possible. We list everything out here. So if you scroll to the bottom, details. So we don't include rights in this section, but we have a lot of other details that you might find useful. So we don't focus on rights, again, given the likelihood of their existence and present day connection to the property is very low. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed that Colorado question and answer session number 1. I thought that was kind of fun, something different. Hopefully Jake, Skyjin, and Mac catch this video to see their questions get answered. If you have any questions, as always, leave a comment, which means a lot more now that we're doing this Q&A series. Give us a like and click subscribe